Well, we are still here at the Rima Bible Church. As you know, it is the
Siyathokoza Western Cape.
2025 Nationals of Sasce. And I'm not here alone, guys. Somebody who is not a stranger to this fraternity, somebody with great and extensive experience as a performer, as a teacher, and we've seen her around with the choirs like cult and choristers. We've seen her adjudicating in the panel of these very same competitions. And this is none other than Mrs. Yes, I said Mrs. Brenda Tulomagwe. Good afternoon, Brenda.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sissy?
I'm good,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much for joining us here this afternoon.
Thank
It's
you for
such a great
having me.
honor and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your newlywed.
Thank you.
Brenda, we have seen you adjudicating in these very same competitions, but it does not just end there. We have seen you walk this path with these kids. Ka Sesotho le re, "O ba tataisa," you know, making sure ukuthi they at least get to a stage and render a decent music. I want to know from you, what are the challenges that you guys face as teachers, as parents, before we see the product behind us of national stage?
Sure. A lot. A lot. One of the biggest challenges for me is to get the parents to understand so that they can support the importance of this. Because I believe most of us are here today because of this very same project. Or the love of this music. So making them understand what is it that we are doing with these children, what is the seed that we are planting in them. It's very difficult because you get kids coming to say, okay, ma'am, we want to sing, and then parents say, I don't want my child there because they come home late.
Yeah.
And I tell them, okay, they come home late, but if he's late, you are able to locate him by calling me.
Yeah.
If he's not doing any extramural activity and he's not home on time, how do you locate him? He's between school and home. And what happens between school and home?
Yes.
Safety is compromised. They are exposed to so many things that are parents on the streets who are parenting our children without our knowledge. So it's just a lot. I think for me, that is the biggest challenge, getting the parents closer to us and doing this together.
Now, there is something that you have put out on social pages where you had noted your concerns around social issues for these kids. Oguti, yes, sometimes you do have a child in the choir, but there are social issues that are affecting this child. And you now have a task, Oguti, when they show Oguti, this very same child understands the music. You are starting from the bottom. Ufundisa udo nola no mi. Now you are teaching this to a child or who is facing social issues. What has been most of the social issues that these kids are faced with that you think the government can do something on?
It's also a big one. Our kids are growing in broken homes. Our kids are experiencing social ills that they are not even supposed to be experiencing at their tender age. Like they experience their parents going through GBV on daily basis. They are exposed to drugs in the house. They are exposed to poverty on top of everything. So it's just a lot for teachers in general, besides teachers that are dealing with music.
Yeah.
For you to teach in class and hore ngwana a o mamele, a o
mamele, yeah.
utlwe, it's very tough because how it's what are they going through at that particular time? Sometimes you are trying to maybe discipline a child. You call them idiot. You start dealing with them. Can't that behavior is coming from something? We once had an encounter at work. There's this boy. He acted otherwise towards another teacher, and then we called him in.
Yeah.
And whilst we were going for him, he just broke down, and we decided, no, we want the parent here. And then the parent comes, and then we find out that the parent has been raped in front of him.
Yo.
She's been beaten in front of him.
Yeah.
And this is a learner that you must teach every day, that you must discipline every day.
Brenda, let me hold you on that one. Guys, I am getting a little bit emotional with this, but we have so much advantage to be sitting with somebody who is a parent, a teacher, a music director, as well as an adjudicator in this very same space. We're going to continue with this topic. We have a choir on stage. Let us listen ukuthi labantwana bathini. Wow, wow, what a beautiful performance. You know what? I mean, I don't wish to be an adjudicator in this place. I've been saying this from day one. All of these kids are just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But like we've discussed already earlier on with Mrs. Mahwe, these kids thina sibona the final product on the stage. Labantwana bahlangana neyinkinga eziserious bafethu. All that we're asking from you, if you are a parent in your area, whether umntwana kukhona kwikwaya or akekho, just try and support these choirs. Just meet these teachers halfway, you know. Into emnandi ukuthi sibona abantwana bejabulile in this space where they're gonna meet other kids and compete and come back home, abantwana. Because this is, I'm sure you'd agree with me, Guti, this is a rehabilitating activity for these kids.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And it also builds confidence so much. You will not believe. Like, abantwana, after the Sasce season, they start wanting to join public speaking.
Yeah.
They start wanting to do reading aloud.
Beautiful.
So it boosts confidence so much.
Ne.
But I think government ya rona le yona ya re faila man a lot. They're taking for granted how much social workers are needed in schools.
Yeah.
Because teachers are not trained to
care for social issues.
to remedy these problems.
Yeah.
But you can only do up to a certain extent.
Yes.
But you are not a social worker. Sometimes you do not know which step you should take. Ka case e jwang. So we really need social workers appointed in every school.
Yeah.
It is a serious urgent matter that should be looked at.
Yeah, sure. That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. I just hope somebody or Tintekayo Kulendaba is actually watching, Brenda. Now, let us get into the music, Brenda. Brenda, there is music that was sung today. Today is where I'm a solo soprano, I'm a tenor. And when this music came out, there were concerns from professionals. Uguti, the music that is given to Sasce kids is big.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Well, sometimes I do agree with that, but then when you start working with the kids, you actually realize that, okay, maybe not.
Okay.
Because I think it's out of our expectations of how something should sound like. because of how we were trained and how we used to sing the repertoire when we were still going for training or as professionals.
Yeah.
But when you start working with them
Yeah.
and dealing with the music with their instrument and not trying to make it what you think it should be, then you see that they're actually able to do this. So I don't think this repertoire is impossible for them. Well, there was one piece we thought,
Yeah.
okay, maybe not this
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
the baritone piece.
Okay.
And then they added the second option. But funny enough, the students, the learners, I meant to say,
They are
that sang the
delivering.
song. And they delivered.
Beautiful.
Well, so we say they're not supposed to do that or bring in that kind of repertoire in case learners want to become professional singers in the future. Because if you start with heavy stuff, then you leave no room for growth and
Yeah.
development. So it's quite risky for that.
Great stuff. We are now on the mixed choir session. So abantwana sebayiculile i-Western piece with accompaniment of orchestra. And we also now on the African pieces that abantwana bazokhetha. Ngifuna ukungixoxela ukuthi, looking at these songs, which one do you think is a competing piece and which one is an entertaining piece?
The African pieces.
But we will go into that after
Okay.
the choir on stage.
All right.
Abagabi, Wahabi, Waderesani, Rama, Atamwane, Yakuna, Yemazumi, Lastanu, Kula, Wane, Kula, Swaziland, Kula.
Aber su, anche scena quel ci duonde. E veni le masque sina sina ma figa ma pikisa si o can si lo senuni ne masque